tighter.
We took his book.
Well done. All right, let's wake the asshole up.
Wakey, wakey.
What's...
Well, come on, Sleeping Beauty. I haven't got all day. Now, let me get a good look at you. You look rough, fancy boy. This isn't what I was expecting.
Okay, so this is Bastards of the Night. It starts automatically right after What We Leave Behind. What did you expect?
Well, what did you expect?
That after years of hanging out in Parisian salons, you'd come back handsome and spruced up.
How do you know about Paris?
Nothing stays secret from a Niedzic, right?
Shit. Just read out my birth certificate, why don't you?
Abaurycy Niedzic.
Long time no see, Shulsky.
Why did you kidnap me?
What kind of a sick idea is this? Kidnapping me?
It's a joke! You don't find it funny?
No.
What does it feel like to have your life depend on me?
Feels bad or demand that he stops? Demand that he stops.
Enough of this. It's not funny. And it's not scary.
The fucking Shulskis. Always looking down your noses. It's because of you my pop died the way he did. And it's because of you I ended up on the streets. Well, fuck, Victor. We pulled the trigger together. There'd be nothing to talk about if you hadn't nicked Pop's pistol. So how come Pop and I were the ones to pay the price, huh?
Apologize or say you remember it differently? Just apologize.
For what it is worth, I'm sorry.
Well, couldn't you have started with that?
I'm not the only guilty one here. You've got plenty on your conscience, too.
My conscience is my business.
You did? Where's that rat?
What the fuck?
Boss, it's the Cossacks again.
Come here, coward.
Looks like you've got a chance for redemption. Let's show these dickheads you don't mess with the shivs.
I'll take a look around.
Bastards of the Night. Alright, so I'm going to take a second and catch up, and I will be right back. Okay, I've spent my points. Once we leave this little storeroom, we're going to get in a fight, and for whatever reason, it's the only fight I've ever been in where we're not allowed to make any changes before the fight starts. So I'm going to make sure that I have my setup the way I want it now, so that I don't have to worry about it. So I'm going to put Adrenaline Rush, increases inflicted damage by 50%. We're going to put that on Strong Attack. I'm going to put Fortune on Old Wound and Lucky Chance on the other damage over time, if I can get there. Agony, because I like both of those. Big fan of those. And then we're going to put Gamble on Quick Attack. And let's put Brutality on the other Quick Attack. And then Perfect Efficiency, I'm going to put on Influences just in case. And then I don't plan on using Planned Attack. Okay.
You guys again. You shitheads better have a good excuse, because I was right in the middle of an incredibly important meeting.
It was fate that decided. We flipped a coin, and it turns out that today we're practicing unboxing you. Some
Feathers? A bee? I know you. You're... I can't remember now.
Fucked up, but today you'll regret it. Today I've got the Demon Master on my side. Show these cretins, Victor.
Oh, now, okay. Now I can improve my Thaumaturgy. I've done this fight twice, and both times I did not have a triangle next to improve Thaumaturgy, and I never knew why. Okay, so if you wanted to, you can go back in and make any changes that you want. We are going to be fighting. Let's take a look at these guys. We've got Teamer, who we're going to use with Bukovac to disable his traits. It's 41 health points. Cillian is 39 and 4, and we're going to attack with Uper to get rid of his trait. And then Danis is just 43 and 4, and he doesn't have any trait at all. But Danny is going to attack first, because when I highlight him, that you can see the fist up in the rounds level is white. So he goes second, and he goes third. So since he's going first, let's go ahead and focus on him. I'm going to get him started with Old Wound, which I put Fortune on, so there's a 50% chance of interrupting his planned attack. So we're going to do that. And then I'm going to attack him with Uper to get rid of his recovery trait. He is not scheduled to attack until round 3. So I'm going to go ahead and do a slower attack that actually does some damage instead of a faster attack. Although, we could get rid of one of his focus points. But it takes a couple. Let's go ahead and do this one instead. Okay. See, good. So Fortune triggered and his turn got pushed back. So that was excellent. So now I get to go again for round 2. And the guy in the middle is the one that's going to go. Let's go ahead and put Agony on this guy who's scheduled to go second in round 3. Once you start getting more than one attack in a category, such as damage over time, it sort of cycles through them. I no longer have Old Wounds available because I've already used it. So now I have to use Agony, and then it'll go back to Old Wounds, and then it'll go to Agony, and then it'll go to Old Wounds. So we're going to go ahead and put Agony on this guy, who will receive 3 to 4 damage at the end of every round. And it gives a 60% chance of slowing the enemy's actions because I put Lucky Chance on here. So we're going to do that. 2 of us. Trait disabled. Yes. And I should... Awesome. So he just got pushed back. So Lucky Chance kicked in and it pushed his turn back. So this is good. So, but he still has a trait active. So I'm going to switch from Uper to Bukovac. And we're going to attack this guy with something short before his next round in order to get rid of his trait. Attack with Bukovac to disable his invulnerable trait. And I do want to put negative states on him because I want to cast in Suffering. So I'm going to cast Howl on this guy, which will disable his trait and put him in Suffering, which is all good for us. And then this guy is scheduled to go next, and this guy is scheduled to go next. Both of these guys have attacks planned in round 3. Alright, let's put Old Wound on this guy and see if we can get a 50% chance of interrupting his planned action while still doing some damage. So Bukavac's gonna howl, disable his trait. I'm gonna apply Agony to that guy, I think it was. Or Old Wounds. Alright, so we took a little bit of damage. That's okay. Round 4. This guy is scheduled to attack in round 4. This guy in round 6. This guy in round 5. So let's focus on this guy. We currently have him in suffering right now, which is good. Quick attack is the only attack that will be scheduled before he attacks, but let's go ahead and do Agony. I think he's going to punch me first, but we have 2 stacks of suffering, so it'll do some good damage for him. And then this guy is scheduled in round 5, so let's deal with him. Bloody Wedding is going to do quite a bit of damage because it inflicts 8 for each enemy affected by suffering. And you can tell by the health bars that all 3 of them are suffering from suffering. So we're going to get 24 points out of this. So, and it'll occur before his turn goes, because you can see that Bukavac shows up in the middle of round 5 and he shows up at the end of round 5. So we're going to do that. Alright, Fortune didn't go, so I'm going to get... Oh, no, my friend is going to get punched. Everyone else just took a whole bunch of damage. Bukavac is scheduled to go 24 on the guy on the right, so, and he's down to 20, so he's going to get taken off. He's off the board. He doesn't count. This guy's going next. This guy's round 7. So let's focus on this guy. My planned attack is shorter than when he's scheduled to go, so let's go ahead and take that. So Bukavac's going to clear out the guy on the right. He's gone. And then let's clear out this guy. We'll do Bloody Wedding. That should get me 16. He has 17, but he's not scheduled to go until round 7, which means because of suffering, he's going to be lower than 17 anyway when Bukavac ends up going. So we'll go him. So hopefully everybody's going to be gone now. He's gone. He's gone. And he's gone. There we go. Not bad.
You never let me down. This is the best way to start an evening at Niedzic's bar.
If we're to have fun, let's do it right. A round for everyone. Old friendships never die, right? Here, Polish, pure, the mother of all libations. Enjoy it! Who knows what piss you've been drinking abroad?
So, are we quits? I helped you out. Now, can we forget all that ancient history?
Don't be so sly, Victor. We're not squared up, yet. That burns nicely.
My knuckles are itching. Let's go somewhere and pick a fight.
Good riddance. Well, what do you say, Victor?
I'm going to tell him that before the fight, we noticed a saluter.
It seems to me there's work for me to do at your bar.
No shit. I'll give you a hand.
Not like that. Thaumaturgical work. It seems to me there's a saluter here.
What the fuck? Who brought a demon into my joint? I'll give him... Although, hang on now. A demon is a good publicity. Hey, everybody! From this day forth, the London bar will be known as the Demon's Den. Go and tell everybody that here is the only place you can do shots in the devil's company.
Listen, you keep on thinking about how you can develop your business, and I'm going to take a look around and come right back.
Go. I'm going to wet my whistle and see how you do your hocus pocus. If you need something, I'm here, and I'll give you a hand.
Okay, now we're gonna take a look around. First thing we're gonna find is a bullet hole in the wall. We're gonna read something for experience. Look at the pole. The dirty rag. Grab ourselves Scott Joplin's maple leaf rag. Good song. To the Eyes poem. A little more experience. Broken window. Fragments of human tissue. Nice.
Nothing can be kept secret from me.
And a knife. Engraved with the initials A.N. That's our friend. To our conclusion. London bar. Smells of blood, stupidity, foolhardiness, all soaked in alcohol. Funny photo. If you picked up the serious photo, I think it's the same kid. Which is this guy. Alright, we're going to talk to Youper.
Vodka, revelry, extreme opinions, violence. That giant bird must enjoy it. And I'm sure it also stirs up the chaos.
Victor, time for penalty drinks.
Feathers, a beak, those eyes. Who are you? I can't focus.
Don't make me come over there!
Do I know someone with mood swings, a tendency for bravado, and a weakness for booze?
Menu.
Have you nosed around my humble little hole in the wall? What's the word?
I'm going to share my observations.
I've had a look around and some things caught my attention. I think they might have something to do with the Saluter.
Well then, shoot!
We're going to ask about bloody
A
rag.
bucket of dirty water and a blood-soaked rag. Whose blood is this?
As if I remember everybody who's bled on the floor here. Every day we've got to clean up after somebody. Is that everything, or have you found anything else?
Bullet hole.
Did anybody die from this bullet that got stuck in the post?
Bullets fly every which way here. That's the atmosphere. Was someone killed? Probably, but that's not very unusual. Look how helpful I am. Keep going.
And the broken window.
Who smashed your window?
how long it's been? 2 days, I think. This one Russian bigwig was really fucking irritating me, so I politely asked him to leave. What else can I help you with? Tell me. I'm at your service.
Get to the point.
You like to go wild here, huh? Are you often the one who gets the old crazy ball rolling?
You know, I used to have a puppy. This little fluff ball was hanging out under the bar. I have a heart, Victor. I have a big heart. Not like those morons over there. To Cossacks, a game without a corpse is no game at all. For me, knocking out teeth, breaking hands, I'll take it. A stiff spoils the mood a bit. That's my opinion.
How often does someone die
You
here?
get a lot of stiffs here then?
Where my corpse here lieth down. Something, looketh around. What do you call a lot? 3 a month on average, I'd say. Danis, that Cossack with a dick where his head should be, pulled out his revolver one day and wanted to play Russian roulette. Only with his revolver. But fuck it. I'm not handing my head over so easily to a butcher like that. Well, then I'll ask you, is he an idiot or what?
I have to gather my thoughts.
Go ahead. I have to gather myself a little too. Lelek. What the hell did you say, Viva? You're out of your goddamn mind.
Out of left field.
The Salutor's name's Lelek. Well, yes, the beak, the feathers, the trill. He loves the smell of death and he enjoys risk and foolishness, which he also fuels.
So let's go get Lelek.
Yeah, come on. Where Abaurycy is, Lelek could be as well. Maybe his flaw is speaking for him.
Whoever's with us, and whoever's against us, fuck 'em. Come on. I'll show you places even the philosophers never dreamed of. Maybe your demon will be drinking vodka somewhere there, too.
Okay. We're gonna follow him out.
Take a deep breath.
Make sure you're on the find out more about
Warsaw
the friend.
nightlife. Smell it, Victor. Relish it.
Oh yeah, let me
A
grab this
bouquet
one
of
here.
Sweat, shit, and puke, and piss. Thanks.
But it's
Green
Warsaw's
Square.
piece.
So if you haven't seen these yet, they're in the little stands on the sidewalk, and when you go to Green Square, there will be like a spot to stand and admire the view, and that's how you fulfill the stereoscopic photographs. I'm sure I'll do a video about them. Because it just added it to Urban Secrets. Find the viewpoint. So that's a little side thing for those things right there.
Come on. You'll see the true face
And
of
I'm
Abaurycy
ignoring that
Niedzic.
because it's for later.
And maybe...
Okay, notebook. We're going to get a sketch. It's the Absinthe Sketch. Deadness poem. Bloodstains on the table. Blood written in poem. Poem written in blood. Interesting. Behind the mask of barbarism. A ruthless gangster conceals a truly sensitive soul. Alright, let's talk to him.
Welcome to my world.
Meaning what? That they've got a guy tied up in the back here too, and they're about to threaten to drown him in the fistula?
I see the positive mood of the neighborhood has infected you. Wonderful. But you guessed wrong, friend. Here, well, magic happens here. Thought is transformed into word to penetrate the material and infuse the universe with tenderness. All right, let's drink, shall we?
Agree.
A double barrel each, please.
People come here to tickle their palates with exquisite libations. Let's do a milk of 83.
You're not messing around.
After years of begging and eating scraps off aristocratic tables, I'm not messing around.
You come here to get some fresh air away from the underworld?
I come here so I don't forget who I am. A poet.
Okay, I'm gonna raise the subject of Lelek.
Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I think Lelek is attached to you.
A demon following me around? Bullshit.
There are a lot of indications. Your personality, the things you do, and stuff like that.
I'd rather not have anyone sharing my head with me. Can you do something about it?
We're gonna try to discern it.
I see it like this. You've always had some seed of madness inside you, but I don't think you've ever been so fucked up.
Beg pardon?
I'm gonna ask him about the poem he wrote in blood on that table over there.
Did you write it in your own blood or that of one of your victims?
Victims? The hell are you talking about? Of course it was mine. I slice my veins open for art. That's how committed I am.
More like desperate. No true poet needs to resort to gimmicks. He just needs ink, and the world will hear him.
Shit. One more word, and I'll forget about our friendship.
There's nothing to forget. Our friendship is just a figment of your sick imagination.
That was rude. Damn, Victor.
Stab me in the heart. It'll hurt less.
Oh yeah. Oh, I meant the Salator. Salator.
I know now that you're not the one Lelek is following.
You see? Even the devil can't touch me. He's come knocking a few times, but we've never managed to strike a deal.
And you'd surely be the perfect candidate for him, but only seemingly. So what? Should we continue our search?
Oh, Victor, lad, how that "we" tickles me. Come on, of course we're continuing. We have to find that little brat of yours.
Okay, we're gonna automatically get another sketch of our friend. Maybe older, certainly not more mature. Nice. We'll get the broken bottle. Used in a fight. Invitation. Oh. Okay, an invitation has nothing to do with this. This just opened up a new urban secret exhibition to lift hearts. All right, ignore that part. This is what I meant to pick up. Yeah, call sex hat. Here we go. And then last but not least, we're going to look at the pole. Damaged street lamp. And then we're going to talk to the guys.
Ah, you give up, you piece of shit?
Do you see what I see?
I see two morons wrestling with a lamppost. How you fellas doing? Who's winning?
It's a colossus, looking down its nose. Arrogant piece of... I swear it called us sons of bitches.
Well, that would piss anyone off.
Salutor's presence. It's so strong. Lanterns seem to be extremely dangerous enemies. This is true. Bar District conclusion. Alright. If you take the lamppost side, you'll end up fighting these guys again. Since we already fought them and we have another thing coming up, I'm going to skip that part. And I'm going to assume that admit he was right means we don't fight. But I don't know. Let's see.
It is a little stuck up.
Well, that's true.
Stuck up.
If you look close enough at it, it could be enough to piss you off.
That's what I said.
You sure showed that lamppost what brave squatties you are. It's leaning now, so you taught it a lesson.
Do my eyes deceive me, or are you vandalizing city property? Papers, please.
Okay, this doesn't happen if you side with the
have
lamppost.
screw loose, gents. Different rules apply in the bar district.
No need to show your ID, Niedzic. We've already got a cell waiting for you.
Well, I don't think so. Go ahead.
Okay, either way, you're fighting somebody. If you side with the lamppost, you fight the guys you fought earlier, and it looks like you fight the police officers if you side with the guys. Alright, well, give me a second. I haven't seen this fight yet, so hang on. Okay, let's adjust the upgrades. I went ahead and spent all my attacks, so I have a few more upgrades than I had from the fight earlier, that we had earlier. So I'm going to put Debilitating Wound on Action Reaction. We're going to put Adrenaline Rush on Strong Attack. Fortune, we're going to put on Damage Over Time Old Wound. In the off chance that it pushes things back. Here, let me highlight it a little more. Gives a 50% chance of interrupting the enemy's planned action. So we're going to put that on Damage Over Time. And Lucky Chance gives a 60% chance of slowing the enemy's actions. We're going to put this on Agony because I like to stack Damage Over Time attacks. And stacked, Fortune and Lucky Chance have a higher chance of triggering, which is really nice. Okay, Gamble. We're going to put that on the Quick Attack. Chance of doubling that. Perfect Efficiency, I'm not sure. I haven't paid enough attention to know that Perfect Efficiency makes every attack on the enemy deal maximum. It only triggers, I think, when I use that. Obviously, it only triggers when I use that, but I haven't really spent a lot of time looking at that. And then Brutality will put on Planned Attack just in the off chance that I end up using it. So there we go. So Quick Attack with Gamble, giving a 60% chance of dealing double damage. Action Reaction, we've added a Suffering in the form of Debilitating Wound. Concussion, we added Adrenaline to inflict damage. And then these are the ones we're going to use mostly. 50% chance of interrupting the enemy's planned actions. We put Fortune on that. And Lucky Chance on this one. 60% chance of slowing the enemy's actions. So. Okay. So now, the first guy, we're going to disable his trait with Uper. The second guy, we're going to disable his attack with Bukovac. Both of them have a lot of focus points. So I'm not going to worry too much about getting rid of those. Both of them seem to attack pretty fast, though. It's rare that a fight starts and both of them are scheduled to go in round 1. Alright. Now, Bukovac. I'm sorry, Eeper. Very short attack that will disable his trait. Might as well just, since we're going to get hit by something, let's just focus on one person for right now. And then we'll apply Old Wound, so that'll start going. That'll get going. Maybe we'll get... So that's going to remove his trait. It's disabled. I just applied Old Wound. Fortune did not trigger. And we are going to get attacked by both. Okay. So his trait. Let's switch over to Bukovac so that we can get rid of this guy's trait. But he also just got team counterattack. First attack on this target incurs a counterattack from all enemies. Well, we still need to get rid of... Okay, so they both have team counterattack, so might as well just ignore it since they both have it. Okay, Howl is the fastest attack we can do on this guy that will disable his trait, but he is not scheduled to go until round 4, and it is round 2. So I think we're going to apply Doom to this guy instead. It is scheduled to go before his attack, and it'll do quite a bit of damage, probably 50% of his damage, and get rid of his trait. So we'll do that. And then for me, let's go ahead and add Old Wound again. Or Agony, I guess, because it switches. We have Old Wound and Agony. Once you start getting more than one, it's going to flip back and forth. We've already applied Old Wound to the other guy, so this guy gets Agony. That kind of thing. So I'm going to go, and then because they're not scheduled to go for a couple of rounds, we're going to get a... Whoa. That was unexpected. They weren't scheduled to go for like 2 rounds. I don't know how they skipped ahead like that. I don't understand that. I can't explain that. That one I can't explain. It must have been the counterattack that they moved ahead, which means we need to focus on one and really just take him out. This guy on the right is scheduled to go next, so let's do everything we can. Bukovac is scheduled to attack him, but let's get Old Wound on. But we're going to end up getting... Okay, so his Fortune got triggered, so that was good. So his move got pushed, so we only got attacked by 1. Okay, Bukovac is now going to get rid of his trait, which is why we haven't been doing a whole lot of damage to this guy. But he's not scheduled to go next. Both are scheduled to go. Bukovac is scheduled to go next. Let's get an attack that goes before his scheduled attack. He's suffering, so we should lose anywhere between 6 and 8 points for that alone. Plus, Bukovac's scheduled to do like 20. Let's go ahead and see if we can't dump this guy completely. Trait disabled. Down to 6. Now we're going to get hit by both. That counterattack's unacceptable. I don't know how to get rid of that. Especially when it's on both. Alright, so guy on the right is gone. He is out of it. Next guy is scheduled to go. He's still suffering, which is good. He has 14 points left. I'm going to apply Old Wound and see if Fortune kicks in from all enemies. But I wonder if that means him, because his buddy's on the ground. And then the only attack that's fast enough, if the enemy's health points is at or less than 50%, it's going to cast anyway. It's the only one. Oh, this one's fast enough. All right, let's do Doom 2 and let's just dump this guy. We'll get rid of him completely. All right. So they're gone.
Well, well. You sure gave that the Cossack treatment.
So either way, you're going to have a fight. Either with these guys or with the cops.
From fighting a lamppost that you didn't help?
It was fun to watch. Niedzic and the magician in action. It's a fine sight.
Time to keep an eye out for Dennis. He was injured in the fight with the Colossus and got lost. I think.
Maybe the Ataman ended up at the Lockstock.
Where?
The Lock, Stock, and Barrel. This Ruski bar up the stairs here. Competition.
The night's still young. There's excitement ahead.
Let's follow them. Since I haven't yet found Lelek, that could be just where he is.
Propaganda brochure.
Private party tonight, no riffraff.
Cheers, Ivan, my friend.
Mr. Niedzic, well, I've got clear instructions.
Don't be silly. It's a beautiful night out. Rare when we see stars over Warsaw. But now look. 1, 2. If you count them all, you'll know the extent of my gratitude.
Well, all right, go on in. I'm fond of you, Mr. Niedzic. I'm just doing my job.
You see? That's respect. This is what they call a private party?
I like that guy.
Wait. Good thing we showed up. Double barrel for me. Actually, make that 2.
Okay, we're going to find the person with the flaw. We've got a Shaska. It's a saber. Letter to Danis. From Olga. Lost letter. Okay, for this one, well, we'll pick this up first. Worn out instrument. They take on their travels. Musical instrument. And then the last one is on the table. There, we want the examine, not the talk. If you talk to them, you have to back out to pick this up. It's a pistol. Belonged to Danis. Sower of Chaos. So you can just talk to either one of them. It's the same
They're
thing.
all over him. I'd know how to make the most of being so popular.
Oh, nasz drug. Come sit with us.
Did I hear you talking about Danis?
Dennis and babes.
He talks a lot, makes a big fuss around himself, but when push comes to shove, he leaves them hanging.
So them babes must like him.
Yeah, Nothing for us to do except drink and enjoy one another's company.
Go ahead and make some observations about Danis.
You know Danny's pretty well, right?
Yeah, what about it?
I take a professional interest in guys like him. You think I can ask you guys a couple of questions?
Let's see what you're after, wizard.
Okay, so since we found all 4 items, we can ask about all 4 items. We ask about the
Danny's
fiancé.
had a fiancée, but she dumped him. How come?
You know, he keeps his feelings to himself. But it hurt him. That's what I think.
Maybe she got sick of waiting. She had her pick of men in the village.
And is that what makes Danny so devil-may-care?
Broken
A
heart.
broken heart?
Sure. What would it be otherwise?
Pasha's saber.
Who is Pasha?
Our buddy, from the same village as us, out past the Don River. We went through a lot together.
Pasha's dead. Leave it at that.
What actually happened to him?
They all stick close together. But when you're drunk, you get some weird ideas. That damned Shashka of Pasha's was a spoil of war. One time, Danis and Pasha got tanked and started playing Russian roulette for it.
So, Danny's clearly won. But that little saber of Pasha's doesn't make him feel triumph, more like love and concern. He really looks after it.
Attachment. Danis cherishes the memory of Pasha. Different faces of love. Confront them with the truth about Danis, which is what we're going to do, but you can also ask more
I've
about...
heard Danny's likes playing Russian roulette.
He's such a bonehead. He never thinks about the trouble he'll get himself into.
You'd better watch your head when he's around.
Danny's songs.
Who'd have thought that Danis was such a sensitive soul? Does he play the balalaika a lot?
Lately, he's been singing either about the Grim Reaper and Hellfire or rolling in the hay. You can't keep up with him.
He goes too heavy on the tearjerkers for my taste. Any more questions?
Confront them with the truth.
You know what I think? You're not being straight with me.
What?
I think Pasha and Danis were more than comrades in arms and blood brothers. On top of that, I think that's why Danis' fiancée dumped him. People from your village kept giving her crap.
The fuck are you talking about? They were blood brothers, that's all. You'd love to find a buddy like that. Someone for better and for worse.
Calm down, I can see your faithful friends. I'd better go take a drag of also air.
If you like breathing through a straight nose, don't try any funny business.
Guilt. Pasha died a foolish death. The different faces of suffering. Okay, let's talk to Yooper.
Danis doesn't think about what he's doing, and he doesn't care about the consequences, as if it's all in the name of fun. He couldn't cope with his broken heart, so he started tumbling further and further into the depths of chaos. It seems like Pasha was more to him than just a comrade and close friend. His death hit Danis like a train. Since then, his life's been nothing but irrational behavior and risk-taking. He's thumbing his nose at death. I think I'll accept the challenge. Time to figure out his flaw and catch Lelek. I wonder if he'll play Russian roulette with me.
Let's talk to Danis.
Come on, don't make me back. I'll fix up your head for no extra fee.
I'm in no hurry to go upstairs. I feel like a game. You up for one?
Me? Forget it. I have gorgeous hands. Everyone says so. You're not gonna carve them up with that shank.
What? You eavesdropping, magician?
Alright, we're going to choose number 1 because that's going to push us right into what leads up to the fight.
You're sitting there so quietly. How about a little game? You play Russian roulette here, lads? Or are you too soft?
Ha! Think you're harder than me? I eat Russian roulette for breakfast. Let's play.
Did someone say Russian roulette?
Show us what a tough guy you are, pretty boy.
6 chambers, 1 bullet. Ready to start?
Wait, Victor. Let's play with mine.
Either choice will get you to the same place, relatively the same. There's just some conversation differences. So I'm going to choose my friend's revolver.
Yours would
I want to know if the ending after the fight is different. Because he will remember this. So I want to know if the ending's different.
Does this remind you of anything?
My turn. It was nice knowing you guys. And you, Victor. If fate so ordains, we'll speak in hell. Well, 4 more. Ah! We're starting round 2.
Is that how it was with Pasha? Do you wonder if you're going to wipe the remains of my brain off your face?
Shut your trap.
What? You shitting your pants? Gods of Chaos, watch over me. That's the end. We know what's waiting in the cylinder.
You brave enough to cross even that final boundary?
Enough, gentlemen. We were kidding around. Danis, there's nothing in there. I didn't load it.
Pasha ran out of luck and lost his shashka, right?
You're lying, Niedzic. You're all lying. You think I'm scared of death? The sight of me makes the Grim Reaper quake in his boots.
Well, go ahead.
Watch carefully.
Is that lovely song for me? Don't stop. I'm enjoying listening.
Okay. Check the description for what I have applied where. I have the same setup that we had earlier in the game. So everything will be written in the description if you want to know what's where. The highlights are Fortune and Lucky Chance are in damage over time. So that's going to be sort of like our go-tos to hopefully slow their attacks or just push them back altogether. Interrupting and or slowing. That's like sort of the big one. And then we've got Salim with 23 health points and 4 focus points. And we're going to get rid of his trait with Uper. And then we have Teamer, who doesn't have a trait at all. But we are going to start with Uper with something quick that will disable his trait. And then I'm going to disable this trait because then we're just going to take him out next round. Trait disabled. Focus point gone. And then we should get attacked by the bird. Okay. So then we're going to get rid of this guy who's scheduled to attack next, which you can tell because his red bar has the white hand and everyone else is red. So he's scheduled to attack in round 3. He's scheduled to attack in round 2. You can see the white differences. And then the bird, I don't think I can highlight, but he's the middle bar. Alright, so we're going to use Diversion and Liberium Veto to put him into Breakdown. So he won't be able to attack us. So there goes his attack bar. And then we got hit by the bird. And so then we're going to do Concussion, which should take him out. And then I'm going to switch to Buviak and do a quick attack. The only attack that's faster than him, but I'm going to Howl, because I'm going to put him into a state of suffering, and we're going to start doing some passive damage right now before the end of the round. So that guy's gone. So then we've got the first guy and the bird. Ow. Okay, let's switch back. And we're going to do Area Intoxication so that I can get some health points back. Because that'll go before his turn. Looks like the bird's going to attack us. And then I'm going to apply Old Wounds and hope that Fortune triggers, giving us a 50% chance of interrupting his attack. Fingers crossed. Crossed. There. So that bar just shows that his attack just got pushed back. And then we're going to get a little bit of health as soon as he goes. How are we doing? Perfection, Adrenaline. 3 rounds. Oh, nice. So let's do a quick attack. And then Uper will do the eerie attack that we assigned in a previous round. That'll take effect. We'll get a little bit of health before he takes off. Alright, so we just got some health in. And got rid of him at the same time. And then we're going to attack by the bird. Oh, the bird interrupted. Nice. Okay. So now we've got Pasha. And we're going to use Uper to get rid of his trait. He's scheduled to go in round 8, 2 rounds from now, so I might not pay him attention at the moment. This is Olga's Shadow. She's not scheduled to go for 2 rounds, also in round 8. She has no trait. And then Danny has the Invulnerability trait, which we're going to get rid of with Bukovac, and he's scheduled to go next round. So I'm going to switch over to Bukovac. And I need an attack that'll go before he will, which I don't have. Nobody's in suffering, so that will do no damage. This one is longer than him, scheduled to attack in round 7. So let's go ahead and put him in suffering. And then I will go ahead and do action, reaction, and also add suffering because I put debilitating on. So this should do some good damage. Oh, 14, nice. Oh, wow. Nice. See ya. Okay, our turn. Again, we're going to focus on Olga, because she only has 2 skill points, or not skill points, 2 focus points, so we can go ahead and get rid of her. And she's scheduled to go next round anyway, so let's get rid of her. Diversion. We're going to switch over to Uper, who's going to also get rid of a focus point. Both of those will occur before the next attack. So she's in breakdown and can't attack us. So I'm going to clear her out with concussion. And now this guy, we need to get rid of his trait. You can see he's scheduled to go this round as well. So we want something that'll be fast enough that we can get rid of his trait. So let's go ahead and get rid of a focus point, but at least we'll get rid of his trait. So she's gone. Trait's disabled, and we just took 6 damage. Alright, it's round 9. The bird's gonna attack us this round, but this guy's not scheduled to attack until round 11, which will give us a chance to get rid of all of his focus points. We can get rid of 2 now, and then we'll get rid of 1 more next round. After the bird attack. Bird attack. Okay. So that'll get rid of his last one. And then we'll do Bloody Penance, which is going to get skipped, I think, because he's going to go into breakdown after this last focus removal. There, his bar just disappeared. So he's going to get attacked for 9 by Uper. He has 23, and let's just finish him off. There's no point in messing around. Quit playing with your food, and we'll just get rid of him. There's the 9. There we go. So we just got Recklessness. This awesome bird. I love this bird.
Enough of losing. Rasputin will tame you.
Words have no effect on me. The end will never come.
What are you talking about, Dennis? Let's get to drinking. The night's still young.
You don't understand. None of you. Leave me alone.
I don't want to hear another word. Get out!
Shut it, Selim. Or I'll find a loaded piece and shoot you dead. Give me a second. To get my thoughts together. I have to.
Okay, so I don't have a word salutor yet, because we just got mind and we have heart and deed. So, but I'm going to let him find solace in mourning.
Let yourself feel the pain that's consuming you. You need it.
Pasha, I'm sorry. I haven't mourned you.
Dennis, pull yourself together. Come on.
No, Selim, I have to. You too as well. Forgive me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Don't say anything. No words are necessary.
Seems to me we should drink a toast to the dead.
Dennis, we are your brothers forever, till the day we die.
Come on, let's leave these scoundrels alone. We've got stuff to talk about.
What a poetic experience. I can feel it in my bones, as if I were part of something grand, you know?
You carry an unloaded revolver?
Anybody can pull a trigger. I use it to smash heads. And balls. But tell me, did you catch the little sprat?
I did.
Yeah, I did. But it wasn't easy. It still isn't.
You're not looking good, buddy.
Was it worth it?
I don't know. At least now it won't be Lelek deciding Danis's fate. And that's always a good thing.
Anything that lets you sleep at night, friend.
Forget sleep. Now I need hypnosis. Thanks for today, Abaurycy.
Oh, no, hold on now. The night will end when I say so. Come here.
I'm gonna say I don't feel well, which is what I said last time, and he still makes you drink with him. So...
I really don't have the energy anymore. Respect that.
I didn't kidnap you just to let you go that easily. No, sir. There's no better medicine than aquavita. Let's go drink. Pour. To us, to you, to vodka. Show her your demon, Victor. Just not on my shoes.
Victor, boy. Maybe you aren't at all such a prick as Satanisław was.
99 bottles standing on the wall.
Hey!
Well, hello, Sleeping Beauty.
My head's about to explode. What the hell are we doing in front of my house?
The front steps got the better of you. But Victor, to hell with that. What a night we had. Admit it.
If you're looking for fun, do it with Niedzic.
I've had better.
I've been to better parties.
I forgive you, because you clearly haven't sobered up yet.
Clearly.
If Ligia sees me in this state...
Too late.
Ligia! And by what fault do your eyes burn red, hot, while your mouth is like honey? You trust overmuch in my virtue?
I see you're looking after our good name, brother.
Sorry.
Forgive me. It won't happen again.
It won't. I'll make sure of that.
I can assure you, my darling sister, that next time I'll make it all the way to the door.
Can you make it
the
home
door.
from here, or do you need a hand?
But those 5 rubles, remember?
What 5 rubles?
This is a bit awkward, but...
Well, spit it out. A full sentence, please.
My beloved sister, could you please, on my behalf, give some money to Abaurycy?
Gained
Here,
the checkbook.
From now on, you can cover your own tabs. Maybe you'll even start paying for your own telegrams. And now, pardon me, but I have things to do in life. Once you've dragged yourself home, brother, I'd like a word with you.
All right, don't worry about it now. We'll have a chance to meet up. Next time, you're buying.
next time?
So you think I'm done with you? One night like this is too little for us to be squared up. I know not why others stare, lest it's at our drinking fair.
And that is Bastards of the Night.
I need to see Rasputin.